Hey guys, it's Skylar, and I wanted to make a video about how to properly bind your chest. So this video is for anybody who feels like they would like the appearance of a flatter, more masculine chest. I can say from experience that I've had many different types of binders. I used to bind my chest improperly, and that is something that really is not safe. They used to show on Degrassi, I loved the character Adam, but the way that they had him bind his chest was with an ace bandage, which is not safe at all. Ace bandages are meant to compress you and not allow for any wiggle room, because it's for an injury. It's not to get yourself as flat as possible. I've also bound with duct tape and plastic wrap. And my sister's like legging things, so I cut those into a binder, which was probably the safest out of all of those. But you know, I don't recommend it. I recommend an actual proper binder. These other ones really are not safe, and it can damage your lungs and your ribs, and if you really do hurt yourself there, you may not be able to bind for a few months to even the rest of your life. So imagine the dysphoria that's involved with not being able to bind ever again just because you messed up and used something improper. These binders are not that expensive. I believe it's under $40. It's like $36 with shipping and handling for one. And I can tell you about how to get around your parents and to get them. Well, if you can talk to your parents and they can help fund it for you, that would be, great, but I understand that that's not an option for all us young trans guys. I grew up in a family that really kind of ignored the fact that I was trans for a while, so I never brought up any of this stuff, so I had to go on my own and figure this out. We didn't have as many resources as they do now, so I used to bind improperly, and I ended up really hurting my chest, and I stopped, and I got a real binder. So I've had binders from Les Love Boat Shop, GC2B, and Underworks. So I can comment on all of them and tell you which one I feel is the best for what kind of thing. Because I think the main argument is GC2B versus Underworks, but I feel like both have really good points and can really add to your experience with the binder, and they're good for different things. So my first one to talk about, which I have a GC2B and the other one and the Underworks to compare to, but I do not have the Les Love Boat Shop anymore because I threw it away. So the Les Love Boat Shop, I think it's like an Asian company, so it's meant for smaller guys. So you really have to watch the measurements, and if you're gonna buy from there, buy a couple sizes up because it's very tight, and it's not like these. These Underworks and GC2B, pretty much, they go over your head and you pull them down. This Les Love Boat Shop one had like clips, metal clasps on the side and Velcro, and it hurt so much. I would like, at the end of the night, I'd be like bleeding because it was just so painful, and it wasn't the right size, and it would like, the like under chest would like pop out of the bottom. Like it didn't work well, and I'm a larger guy. It might work fine for guys who are smaller, but I have quite a large chest, so that's something that I really have to work on getting as flat as possible. Gaining a lot of muscle really did help with the appearance of a more masculine chest. The only problem with the binders that we have now, like GC2B and Underworks, is that it creates like this uniboob kind of thing. Like, it's like one thing, but if you move stuff around, it can help that. So currently I am wearing the white, it was white, now it is pink because I put it in the wrong wash. White GC2B binder, sorry for the little show, and it's good. It has this thinner material. The Underworks has this too, but it has thinner material here, the straps to the back, and then the front is the thick double padded part that's actually going to compress. This one does not cause me that much pain in my underarm area. I know with the Underworks binders, just because of how they were shaped, like they were my right size and stuff, but it would like push out the fat that was here, and it made this little like weird bubbly like like sometimes women who or anybody who wears like bras, trigger warning, they get like this little like fat thing, like bubble, from just like the way that it's shaped, but that doesn't happen with GC2B, which I really like. Also, the material is really smooth. It kind of feels similar to bathing suit material, which is really great. The Underworks one is scratchier, so it doesn't really work as well when it comes to being under clothing that makes noise. Like, if you wear this under something that will rub against it, it will also, like, you'll hear because it's scratchy. This one's smooth, and you can easily pass it for, like, an undershirt, or say you have a compression vest or something on. Mine is a half tank, which I normally get, the full size, because I don't really like something that reminds me of, like, training bras or anything. Because I never actually wore, like, a bra. I transitioned pretty early. But, so it kind of makes me uncomfortable. But it's also like if I lift up my shirt or something, like nobody sees anything, nobody thinks there's anything under there. It's the only time is if like this goes like this. I just say it's an undershirt, or I say, you know, I've been playing a lot of sports lately and I injured myself and I have some kind of like compression thing on. It's not a big deal. So this is the Underworks half tank in white. So it's the same thing where there's different, I don't know if you can tell. See, there's a separation of thickness. This one's thinner than this one. And that's the same thing with the GC2B. The sizing is different on the websites, guys. In Underworks now, I believe I'm like an extra large. I kind of like make sure it fits right. I'm an extra large in Underworks. And in GC2B, I'm a 2XL, I think. So, you know, you really have to be careful and get a measuring tape and properly measure yourself. If you don't have a measuring tape, you can look up ways online how to measure yourself with just like a piece of paper and like a pencil. So you can do that, but I can explain that in a different video if you'd like. But, so this is the Underworks. It's very thick. The material doesn't really stretch much. Like, this one, you can definitely stretch it, but this one is pretty firm. And the only reason why I actually went back and bought 2 more Underworks is because they're thinner. This strap that goes here, this one is absolutely so thick. It takes up like the whole side. And in the summertime, I really like to wear tank tops. And I know a lot of guys do it and they can do it and not feel anything, but it really makes me dysphoric and uncomfortable when you can see my binder in my tank top. So that's the only reason why I bought the Underworks, really. But they do stretch out after a while. This is kind of gross, but I have this old one that the color, this is a full one, by the way. The color has completely changed over the years. And see right here, like right in between here, so when you move, your chest expands and your muscles like flex. So if you do this all the time and you wear this like 24/7, which is not recommended, guys, it does start to like break down. So that one, and this is also the back. I have it on the back too, like the thin part, because you know you're moving. But it does get this color even with proper washing. And you know, I've had this one for probably like 2 years. Like, it's old, and it doesn't bind as well anymore. I think the model's called the 997. I think that's the most popular one that they use. They even have, I think now, a section for like trans guys specifically, the ones that work the best, but it's called the Extreme Compression Vest, I believe. I bought them a while ago, but so this one's a full. It does, what I have to say is it rolls, see, it's kind of like curved. It rolls up at the bottom, so every single time you sit down, it rolls up, and then every single time you like lay down, it rolls up, and anytime you move, it's really uncomfortable. And then, yeah, I have another old one. And then that one's not as old. I have a half in black. This one's newer, too, for my tank tops. So I kind of buy tank tops that have the same color pattern. But, you know, they're actually really uncomfortable. I'd give them, like, on a scale of how comfortable they are, probably like a 4 or 5 out of 10. But when it comes to GC2B, I'd give them pretty much all the time a 9.5. Only once in a while, if I'm wearing it too long, it starts to, like, hurt under my arms and stuff, but you just kind of like pull it, and then you take it off when you can. But you're really not supposed to wear them. I think max was 12 hours. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. But you're really not supposed to wear them that long. It's not good for you. You need to be able to breathe properly when it comes to working out. So I like to work out and I like to swim. So what I do is all of these binders, they stretch out eventually and they do not bind nearly as well. And it gets to the point where it's literally a training bra, like in how elastic it is. So often when binders get to that point, because I have them for quite a while, then they're really loose, and make sure they're super loose, but it's still like something there that you know is not like, I would feel so dysphoric having to wear something that's marketed as a training bra instead of something that's like a loose binder, you know? So I use that for working out and swimming, but it has to be super loose, guys. You can't use a brand new binder. You can't use one that's even like remotely still good for compressing, because you will hurt yourself so badly. In the water, everything will just stick to your skin. You can't get it off. And then, like, have you ever tried to put a binder on after a shower? It's like that. Like, don't even bother with that. And then working out, you have to breathe. If you don't breathe properly, you can really hurt yourself, and you have to be able to have a full range of motion. So if the binder does not allow you to do that comfortably, then I wouldn't recommend it at all. I would find something else or work out with like nothing on when you're alone. Like, I have a gym in my basement at my house, but here at my school, I have to go to the actual gym with people, so I just take out an old binder and use that. Also, if you do want to not listen and go use a new binder doing one of these things, it's going to stretch it out like instantly. Like, it's not going to be the same ever again, so don't even bother ruining your brand new binder, you know? So binding is really serious, and the media portrays it in a way that's really not safe. Every single time I see, like, even like things made by trans people, like, just the way they show it, I guess it's more dramatic if it's someone like binding their chest with like an ace bandage, but it's not safe, and I don't recommend it at all. I'm trying to make these videos as something that I wish I had as a young trans guy. Like, I grew up and I didn't have any of this, so please, as an older trans guy who's been transitioning for like 5-6 years now, like physically, not yet medically, please listen to my advice, and don't bind too long, don't bind improperly. Get yourself one of these binders. Let me tell you how to get around your parents who do not let you buy a binder. I know that not all parents are as cool with it as others are, and mine were never the ones who were like, let me buy you a packer, let me buy you like a binder, like that kind of a thing. So I had to find out ways to do it by myself. So what I did as a young kid, you can do this if you're younger. You can go into like a CVS, a Stop and Shop, and they sell in the gift card section a card that's like, it's a Visa or a MasterCard or something. And what you do is you give it to them and you say how much you want on it. So you can say like $50. And you have to have the $50 cash. So you can give them the $50 and they'll put $50 on that card. And if you read the instructions on the card, you like link it up to like the website, you register it, and then it'll show you like how much money's on it, what you've spent on it, and it's literally like a debit card. So you can go to a website, and you can go to GC2B or Underworks and buy yourself a binder. Just make sure that you're able to get the package first if they ship it to your house, like if your parents are the kind that open your packages. Otherwise, get a good friend to get it for you. Check with them. Certain websites require signatures to pick up the packages, like Lesla Boat Shop did, because it was from some Asian country. So my mom actually got it, and she found out that I ordered myself a binder, and she was not happy. So please watch out for that. If a friend you can deliver it to a friend's house and then go pick it up for them after school. You know, that would make things a lot easier. I had a lot of friends who were cool with me doing something like that. But in Underworks, I know you can put, it says special carrier instructions, so you can say no signature required, and then you can say like leave it next to the garage door, or like leave it under the front door mat, like, you know, something like that, which you wouldn't put a binder under a front door mat because it's thick, but you can have special instructions, and that's the way that I best know works to go around your parents. You know, I'd rather if you could get your parents involved, but I understand that it's not probable. So just be safe, guys, please. Our bodies are still developing, especially you younger trans folk. You really have to be careful because you could have really long-lasting health effects. I now, because of the way I used to bind, I have this, it's like a stretch mark rash, kind of, but like right down the middle of my chest, like where my sternum is, and it looks really unsightly, and I know even after I have top surgery, it's still gonna be there. It's just, it's permanently there, and sometimes it like flares up and like really hurts, and you know, you avoid that, please, if you can. If you guys have any questions or you need to know more, you'd like to know more, you can leave a comment in the description, or if you'd like to privately tell me, my Instagram is also going to be you can leave a comment in the comment section, sorry. You can also, my Instagram is going to be in the description, and you can follow me and DM me, and the two of us can just talk privately. So, guys, please bind safely. Alright, that's it for today. Bye.